The 10th question of the most commonly asked questions that people seek advice on is, what do I do to restore trust?
Right.
Yeah.
It's another great question, because you don't want to go through life not trusting. And when you're hit, trust is a very difficult thing to restore. A lot of us go into that victimhood space. And if you're going through life being suspicious and mistrusting everybody you're going to meet or their intentions, again, there's no quality of life there. And I think that, again, the way you restore trust is to understand that we all have a bulletproof spirit. And that everything that has happened to us at a spiritual level, we've attracted. And that the Spirit lives within us. And if we can connect with the Spirit, it will help us get through most all of life's challenges. Meditation to me is a daily practice. I meditate 3 times a day, a total of 2 hours.
Talk about your meditation practice.
My meditation practice, actually, at night, I do half an hour. Let me explain. My meditation practice is about, meditation is when you have no thought or mantra. Because what happens is, a mind is a thought-making machine. So a thought, another thought, another thought, another thought. But you can't think of 2 things at the same time. In between 2 thoughts is this infinitesimal split-second piece called the gap. As you meditate, you can make that gap bigger. Even the most experienced meditators get seconds in the gap. But half a second, the gap is very powerful, because where there is no thought or mantra is where there is spirit, where there is God. So to meditate, you need the time in the gap. Obviously, you want to create a practice that essentially is more, gives you the propensity to get you in that space. So I've been meditating for 30 years, So I've studied all forms of meditation. So I've developed this practice and this guided meditation on my website which talks about the method. And then there's 2 guided meditation. One is on forgiveness. One is on manifesting your vision or your goals. So to get into the gap, what I've learned is if you meditate only once a day, you're not going to get in the gap. Well, that took 10 years to figure that one out. It's true. If you meditate twice a day, you increase your propensity or your probability to experience the gap.
Any time during the day, or is it?
No, so now what I do it 3 times. So at night, I just meditate. I look at, because it's a busy day, emails, phone calls, So I look at my mind as full of thoughts, like a basket of apples. I just empty my mind. I don't try and get in the gap. I just empty it, take it, and some of these apples creep back in, Well, those are the things you've got to look at, because those are the issues that you need to deal with. Maybe forgiveness can come in here. But then I go to sleep with an empty head, with basket. Then you dream, which is also processing. So I get up in the middle of the night around 4 o'clock and meditate an hour, which most people don't want to do, which is fine. But I get up anyway, drink water and go to the bathroom, and then I meditate, and I'll do an hour. But I will do whatever it takes for me to experience the gap. And I usually always get it. And in the morning when I wake up again, I go back to sleep and sleep very nice, very soundly. In the morning when I wake up, I do another half an hour before I start my day. I look at my day and I manifest whatever outcome I want to try and create. A lot of it is creating healing and transformation, as was my meditation this morning through this interview. But I always add that what I really want to create is an outcome that is in the highest good for you, for me, for the universe, and everybody who's watching it. So it really brings the spirit into play. So restoring trust comes from that spiritual piece if you get into the meditation. Because what happens, most of us live in our heads, 97%,
99%.
Yeah, and some of us live in our hearts. Well, what I found out is that if you want real resolutions in life, it's not going to come from your intellect. When Tariq died, right, my degrees in math and finance, and I went to some pretty good schools in England, were useless. Right? And those of us think, well, can I live in my heart as well? Well, the heart is where emotion resides. There's no rudder in the heart. I mean, how often do we get carried away by our emotions? All the time, right? So I tell people now, if you want to make a big decision, or if you want to create a big outcome, or if you want to restore trust, right? Don't rely just on your intellect. Go in there, Nothing wrong with a good mind.
Yeah.
Does it's a rationalized, a mind is something like a computer. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? It's essentially an analytical instrument.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go to your head. Does it make sense? Yeah, I want to restore trust. It does make sense.
Yeah.
Go to your heart. Don't stop at your head. Does it feel good? Nothing wrong with the feeling heart. Don't stop there. Because sometimes what makes sense and feels good, not always a right decision. I see you laughing at it. We've all done that.
Yeah, of course.
We all get carried away, right?
Heartache.
So, yes, lots of that.
Yeah.
So go to your soul. Go to your spirit. Is it inspiring? Now you got it.
Yeah,
Because you've got the spirit working with you. Makes sense, feels good, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be a good decision.
Yeah.
And you can restore trust, you can restore anything through that if you can figure out that you have that bulletproof spirit. You've got to connect with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. And if you go to the website, they can listen to the meditation.
Yes.
And I put the website address right on the screen there for them, and that'll be a wonderful tool, a wonderful gift. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, Joe.